good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are tuning into this podcast. Welcome back to the One Step Forward podcast. I am your host, Tess Janelle. I just want to invite you to stop, drop your shoulders, get a good coffee or beverage, put in your headphones, whatever it takes for you to be comfortable, and we will get into the podcast. Today's is a little more niche than usual. Today is about the idea of taking photos on your phone, on your camera, whatever you have, and kind of the importance of documenting your life. Photos are a huge thing for me. I constantly have to go through my phone, running out of storage because of my photos, but I value my photos and videos on my phone so much. There's so many things that I document that I am so grateful years and years later that I did. I really wanted to talk about and expand on this idea because life moves so fast. It really does. And with a blink of an eye, it's gone. And we think back, oh, I wish I had something to remember that. And no, photos don't make the moment. Like, I know so many people are like, oh, photos or it didn't happen. That's not what I'm talking about here. But it's so nice to be able to look back and remember and just document special moments in your life. This is also really good for my mental health because there's so many things that I take pictures of that seems very mundane and not very important at the moment. But then I look back at it and I realize how special all the little moments are. When in the moment I didn't really think it was that deep. I didn't really think it was that important. But when I look back, I'm so thankful I did because it allows me to see that even the small moments in our days really are valuable. They really are important. You really don't know what you're missing until it's gone. And photos kind of become proof that your life happened. They, like I said a million times, they are amazing to look back on and to see and to show people and to share experiences with others and to see others' photos and share experiences with them a second time. If you took a look into my camera roll, it would be all over the place. It might be a little overwhelming to you, but it is a messy piece of artwork to me. With messy kitchens, quiet mornings, routines, and just ordinary days where nothing quote-unquote special happens. Because mundane is where life actually lives. Our day-to-day is where life actually lives. It's in the process and not just the end goal and not just the end story that is important. One of these days you're going to be able to look back, and I always think looking back when I'm older and seeing all of these things and just being able to reminisce and tell stories and live with other people in this storytelling. Now, I want to talk about it's easy to take pictures of everything else, and there's such a weird stigma over taking pictures of yourself and videos of yourself, and people online do make it uncomfortable. There's a lot of discomfort behind it, feeling awkward or self-centered or just not ready yet. Like maybe you want to be the perfect version of yourself before you document anything of yourself. And I just want you to know that, yes, this takes processing, this takes experience, but you're allowed to exist in your own story. Your story is your story. The beginning, the end, and all of the in-between. And these photos aren't for the internet. You don't have to take pictures with the pressure of, oh, I have to post this. How am I going to edit this? What am I going to wear? My hair, my makeup. These photos are for you. One day, you're going to want to prove who you were. You are going to want to tell these stories, and having a piece of documentation is an incredible way to do so. To tell your kids, to tell your grandkids, to tell your friends when you're older. Along the same lines of looking perfect for your pictures, you also don't have to master the taking. You can document all of it before you have the confidence, before you heal, before you're successful, before everything just feels put together. The in-between is more important than the start or the finish. Growth is so powerful when you can see it. And that makes the after goal, everything in the finish line so much more meaningful. I document everything. And if that is something that may not be triggering to you, I know some people don't want to document the bad because they don't want to look back on it. But for me personally, it's really up to your discretion. I document the good, the bad, and the in-between. I have videos, and it's such a stigma as well online. Why would you post a video of you crying? Why would you post a video of you upset? But for me, having those videos when I'm at my lowest, and having the moments of joy and celebration, and just the parts that don't necessarily fit an online quote-unquote highlight reel, helps me look back and see the growth. And on those days where I feel like maybe I'm not growing enough, maybe I haven't healed enough, I can go back and look at that not as a reminder of the low times I have been in, but a reminder of, hey, I have been at this low point, and here I am now. And if I am able to grow that much in this period of time, who is to say I can't grow more? Who is to say that I didn't heal, I didn't grow, and that I'm not becoming a better version of myself every day? So that is personally not something that is triggering to me, but personally something that is a reminder and that I like to document. You are allowed to care about your own life. Film everything. Not everything is for views. Not everything is for the sharing. Capture moments because they matter. And once you kind of get in the habit of doing this, you will pick up on little things in your life that say, hey, maybe I should just press a little record button on my phone. Maybe I should just snap a little picture in this moment. And it allows you, especially in my life, it allows me to see situations as more valuable. It allows me to be more present in the situations. It allows me to see things, and before the moment passes, it allows me to really take it in and say to myself, this is valuable. Let me live in this moment. For example, I have so many little home videos on my phone, and looking back at it sometimes makes me tear up because in the past I wouldn't have seen the mundane importance of it. I would have just seen it as mundane. But now I look back and I'm like, these are the moments that I am so glad I documented. These are the moments that are raw, of my family, of nature, whatever it is that I am documenting. These are the moments that I want to look back at when I'm 80, 90 years old and feel and relive these moments and feel how important my life was. It's like watching a movie back on your life, because at the end of the day, your life is important. You watch all these movies, you watch all these TV shows living through other people and forget that your own life is important. Your own life is worth watching back. Your own life is a story worth telling. And having all these things documented is such a beautiful way of portraying that. It's such a beautiful way of also gaining confidence, of valuing yourself more, of having things to look back at and to really reflect on your purpose and reflect on your gratitude. For example, I have all these little home videos on my phone, like a video of my mom singing with my nephew on his birthday, or my grandmother singing in her kitchen, or my husband and sister giving each other a hard time making crafts for our wedding. Because no matter how small these things seem in the moment, they become priceless. And you will be so grateful you didn't skip recording. One day you will wish you had more photos, more voices recorded, more ordinary moments saved. You won't regret taking them, even though they weren't quote-unquote perfect. You won't regret not having them. So I want to invite you today, just take one photo or one video. Record something of someone you love. Capture something small just for you. Life is so fast. Memory is fragile. And your life is worth documenting. thank you for tuning into this episode of One Step Forward. I thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next time.